course, they only have 2 mana, so they're still taking 3 damage here. Maybe we pick up our own Goldspan off the top. Oh, just straight up counter, not the Borrower. Ouch. Maybe we top deck our own dragon. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Mai's in studio powering all of our equipment today. We're using Jeskai Flyers by Dany, who you can find not only on YouTube, but also on Twitch primarily. This deck pushed him into the top 30 Mythic, absolutely destroying the ladder with it. Today, myself, am climbing through the ranks of Diamond 1 with it, getting very, very close to Mythic, and really enjoying where the current standard meta is at. There's a lot of new decks that can compete. Rogues is still around a little bit more than I'd like it to be, and it still needs to have their crab banned, but I'm just one lonely soul. What do I know, right? So thanks for your time and attention. Don't forget to like the video to help support the channel. You can also comment on them. Any thoughts and opinions, I'll have call to actions for you guys throughout the video. Let me know your responses to that. Obviously, in the comments, I'll go back and read everything. And if you're witty enough, I'll even reply. You can support financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, and even by purchasing things through our Amazon link. You can find everything in my Linktree link in the description below. Let's break down Jeskai Flyers and then get into some gameplay footage. Alrighty, Jeskai Flyers is a very aggro-oriented deck with 27 creatures, only 10 non-creatures, and an average converted mana cost of 2.5. We do have 23 lands in the deck, with some MDF seeds to round it off, bringing us to an even 25. Well, I guess it's an odd 25, but anyways. With that being said, let's break down the deck list, and then we'll talk strategy synergies before we get into today's gameplay footage. Starting out with one of the best commons in Call Time, Battlefield Raptor is a 1/2 with flying and first strike. This is really nice. It's something to replace the Healer Hawk, which is really quite interesting. No life gain, but in my opinion, the first strike more than makes up for it. We have 4 copies of the Selfless Savior as well, a 1/1 in which we can sacrifice it to give another creature we control indestructible until the end of turn. A single copy of the Shatterskull Smashing, a sorcery speed for 2 plus X. It deals X damage divided as we choose among up to 2 creatures and or planeswalkers. If X is 6 or more, the Smashing will deal twice X damage instead. 4 copies of Watcher of the Spheres, a 2/2 with flying. Spells we have that utilize flying will cost 1 less to cast, and then whenever another creature with flying enters the battlefield under our control, Watcher will get +1/+1 until the end of turn. 4 cats of our Skycat Sovereign, a 1/1 with flying. Skycat Sovereign gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control with flying, so it's going to get progressively stronger. We can also pay 4 to create a 1/1 cat with flying, which is really nice. Isn't that the cutest token you've ever seen? I absolutely love it. That's what Maya aspires to be. 4 copies of Lofty Denial at instant speed. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. If we have a creature with flying in play, they'll have to pay 4 instead. 4 copies of Clarion Spirit, one of the best uncommons in Kaldheim. A 2/2 in which whenever we cast our second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. That's going to really help our Skycat out as well. Into our 3 drops now, we've got 2 copies of Reidane, God of the Worthy, a 2/3 with flying and vigilance. Snow lands your opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped. Non-creature spells your opponent's cast with converted mana cost 4 or greater cost 2 more to cast, which is really nice in some of those control decks. We also have the Valkyria Protector's Shield on the opposing side as the legendary artifact. If a source an opponent controls would deal damage to a permanent you control or you, prevent 1 of that damage, which is really, really nice. Whenever you or another permanent you control becomes a target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless its controller pays 1, which is really cool as well. 2 copies of Brazen Borrower. This is a 3/1 with flash and flying. It can only block other creatures with flying. Petty Theft for 2 as the adventure at instant speed. Return target non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. 4 copies of Showdown of the Skalds. This is a 4 CMC enchantment saga. When it enters play, exile the top 4 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards, and then on your following 2 draw steps, whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, which is amazing. 3 copies of our Goldspan Dragon, aka Godspan Dragon. This thing is in every single deck. It is so good. Possibly the best card in Call Time, I feel like. It's a 4/4 with flying and haste, and whenever see, even I'm doing it now. Whenever Goldspan Dragon attacks or becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure token, and as long as it remains in play, treasures you control have sacrificed this treasure to add 2 mana of any color. We have a single copy of the Emeria Call, which we mentioned at sorcery speed for 7 to create 2 4/4 white angel warrior creature tokens. Non-angels we control will gain indestructible until the end of turn. Of course, it's a bolt land, comes in tapped unless we pay 3 life. 2 plains, 1 islands, 1 mountains, 4 Mythic and Hengegate Pathways, 4 Riverglide Pathways, and 4 Needleverge Pathways, along with 4 Raugrin Triomes, which we can cycle for 3, and 3 Fabled Passages. There's a sideboard for the deck, but today we're playing best of 1. We'll have another video for you guys of best of 3 if you're interested. With that out of the way, strategies and synergies. Your overall strategy is to flood the field with flyers and attack your opponent as quickly as possible. We go really wide with flyers through the Clarion Spirit by casting 2 spells each turn. We have a very aggro-oriented mana curve here, lots of 1-drops, lots of 2-drops, which will allow us to cast more than 1 spell each turn on top of the Spirit, going quite wide with our flyers, which will help our Skycat out quite a bit, right? Making it, a 5/5, a 6/6 in a hurry. With that out of the way, you're getting your Spirit in play, you're casting a whole bunch of low CMC flyers to go very wide. Then we get the Showdown in play. Not only do we draw more cards so we can continue casting and flooding into the field, but now whenever we cast spells, we'll put +1/+1s on our flyers, making us even stronger to smash our opponent in. And then worst case scenario, we've got a little haste to seal the deal, and flyers to give everybody indestructible as well. So it's really a successful aggressive ramp deck that starts out really easily with your Spirit, playing all your flyers on top of it, creating, those 1/1 tokens in the air. Showdown refills your hand, basically. You keep flooding it into play, and attack, 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 attack. There is some disruption through Lofty Denial, get that counter spell in. We also have our Petty Theft for a little bit of bounce. There's not a ton. Smashing can deal some damage as well. The objective is really not to deal with your opponent's threats. It's to be the bigger threat, right? Be the aggressor. And it's really cool how fast you can get your opponents down, because they will underestimate the math it takes on the Skycat Sovereign. It gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control with flying. Plus we have the Skalds, so there's very high synergy between the Skycat and the Skalds. Similar to the last video where we had the Sprite Dragon and the Skalds, making those flyers, putting the +1/+1 counters on it is going to be very easy and very, very strong for you guys to progress or, go after as your strategy. So, sometimes we do play the Selfless Savior first because that's going to protect our Spirit on our second drop. And then, like I said, Skycat, watch your in play. Sure, get your God of Worthy in play. That's really nice as well. Then it's Showdown. Then it's all of your stuff to make the +1s from Showdown trigger on your flyers. Then it's Goldspan Dragon to finish it off. If you finish with your Emeria's Call, that's fine too. That should be easy enough for you guys to grasp, right? Yes? You got it? You got to figure it out? Like the video if you know how to operate this deck, right? If you have a relative understanding after my discussion or just through your own understanding, like the video to show me that you understand the video. All right, you guys? Thanks for your time and attention. We'll break down the gameplay footage here. Don't forget to download Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant for free to everybody on Windows. You can use the Deck Advisor. If you don't have the cards for this, it'll show you the other decks you can use based on your current collection. So, that's for free to everybody. Check it out. I really like it. It uses, there's so much more to that. It'll help you draft. It shows you your deck and your card draw, your statistics. I could go on and on. So download that for free. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to all of your friends. Support financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, and by purchasing everything of your day-to-day through our Amazon link. Everything found in the Linktree link in the description below. Thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me. Wolfgang, assemble! Dany, thank you for the amazing deck. I had a lot of fun playing it. I'm sure the audience will as well. Make sure to check out Dany on Twitch and also on YouTube as well. Thank you guys again. Enjoy the gameplay footage. Don't forget to watch to the end because we actually do have some lifetime changing news, at least for myself, and we're going to share that at the end of this video. So stay tuned. I've preluded to that a few times, but today I'm dropping the bomb, you guys. So get ready for not only stream and business changing. All of this stuff is going to be a lot different, but just my general life is going to get a lot cooler as well. So stay tuned for that amazing news. Take care and enjoy. Hey, what's up, guys? We're back. We're trying to climb into Mythic today. Shout out to Dany T-Law for making this sick Jeskai Flyers. And let's see if we can abuse it. I seen him playing this yesterday all the way into the top 30. So, hey, how hard can it be, right? Let's see if we can get a similar result for ourselves today. Trying to play it relatively slow, relatively smart for you guys today. You know, I am the king of misplays. Misplay is my middle name, if you're unaware. And we've got no removal there. We do need 2 red sources for the dragon. We also need 2 blue sources for the borrower, right? Only need 3 white sources for Emeria's call, but that's kind of like a late game long shot if we need to get there. Now the question is Skycat Sovereign, which can attack earlier, or the Watcher of the Spheres. Now, I personally like Watcher because it reduces the cost of our other stuff, but this is going to be higher priority on removal for our opponent. But I think we'll be okay. They get a free 2-drop here, or sorry, a free 1-drop, because the token is a 0-drop, which is cool. If not, they scry. It looks like they're scrying right now. They have War of the Spark sleeves on, so we know they're relative OG. You know, War of the Spark is when I started creating content. I played for about a year before that. Who's in play? More land off the top, really. So we're looking for Skalds at a certain point. Let's just take our damage. I mean, we can race them, right? That's one of the nice things about flying. They're just taking the scry with the In Search for Greatness, so they're not really capitalizing off of it yet. 4 mana. Do we see Lovestruck enter? We can bounce the 1/1 token to kind of nullify that. With that, we know they had no 3-drop in hand, so it must be 4 and higher. You know what I mean? Oh, we're gonna get hit with a ram through. Shoot. Oh, Blizzard Brawl. Just as bad. Gulp. Don't you do that to us, man. Alright, we get hit for 3. They could definitely hit us for 4 if they wanted. I'm not taking that trade. Oh, a little late. A little late. So we want to bounce this, stop that attack. That leaves us with 2 mana. Which doesn't work because we should have played first. Oh my god, that hurts my soul. Why we tapped the white mana, I'll never know. So that's kind of one of the problems with the deck, auto-tapping. But I guess we could... No, because it's the red. We just needed the red used as the colorless. Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. So we have to activate our Lofty Denial at the very least. You know what I mean? Take that hit. I mean, at least we'll still be able to utilize it. Oh, they get a questing. Basil. You know, that's a free cast. So they can pay for that here. But I can't just give it to them free of charge. Right? So it's basically like they had to pay for it. Because who knows if they would have even dropped this turn. A little late on your behalf as well, Spirit. We should probably just get our god in play. Down to 13. Do they have a 5-drop in hand? No. They scry. I mean, they could drop Henge at any point. That kind of sucks. Another Blizzard Brawl. Holy macaronis. We need a blue source off the top. Taking 4. Those fight effects are really nice on us, those 2 Blizzard Brawls. I mean, we get another chump blocker here. We're at 15 life is the problem. Right? And what a problem it is. Down to 11 here. We still have a massive way to go. Right to the top, they like it. I mean, in theory, maybe we can race? No, that's... that trample's gonna seal the deal. Right? It's got reach. That's why it's on the defensive. No blocks. Down to 2. The land. Only leaves us with 3, and this costs 4. And we only hit for, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we can't block the beast without one of the Sky Cats. This is frustrating. We'd hit for 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'd have this to defend, which can't block. Neither can the Borrower. It just doesn't work. We're close, but it just doesn't work. So hopefully we can make a cat token and then flash the Borrower in. Or flash the Borrower in, actually, and then make a cat token. We'll see. You know, we're going to lose one of these Sky Cats to the Questing Beast. We should have just taken it last turn, I guess. Unless they've got multiple copies in their hand. Oh, nice. That 1/1 turns on the Questing Beast. Game. Should we sack our Clarion? Because we're never going to be double casting. Unless we draw Skalds. Frustrating. Death Touch kills our guy. Okay, so now the plot thickens. Right, that's our second spell. And we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, let's take it. You've got Vigilance on the 1, down to 1. Oh my gosh. That Petty Theft off the top. Let's see if we can make it through. I'm a little nervous, but this does feel like we may have gained control. We're super wide, we can just go around. Interesting. They're really thinking about this scry. It must not be exactly what they need. So Snowlands enter tapped, which is a good thing for us against our opponent. And then non-creatures with 4 or greater are 2 more to cast. So this thing gets trample. The Questing Beast can't attack now. And we just block with everything. Right? It's 6 blocking power. Maybe there's a buff that we don't know about. Okay. 1 mana available. It won't come in tapped now. It can come in untapped because our god of whatever is gone. God of the worthy! Reidane. Woo! Oh my gosh. What a comeback. That was straight up frightening. Flyers OP. Well, this is certainly a lot of land, but beggars can't be choosers. And we just be begging for wins today. That's what we want. Please and thank you. It's the polite way to beg, right? It's the Canadian way. We're jamming today. I'm jamming every day. Who am I kidding? Do you guys hate my jamming? Or do you think it's relatable? Do you listen to music while you play? What kind of music do you guys like? Stuff like this. Mistgate, go! Spirit in play. I think that's semi-decent. You know, there is that one CMC flash blocker that could kill our dog. But I doubt it. I'm sure we're just playing into an opt. Take that damage. Cycling, uh-oh. That's not good. They think, oh no, they see our misgate. I just say, they think we're playing white, but we're blue. Goldspan Dragon could have been a blue card, as far as I'm concerned. The haste is red. I guess. Flying makes sense in red too, but just like the fact that it's being used to cast instant speed spells off of it is amazing. We were targeting it ourselves, so there's some spells that you can target your own creatures with, and that'll make a treasure. So your opponent, say, tries to remove your dragon, you get a treasure, and then you bounce it back to your own hand, you get another treasure. Oh, it's so good. Our turn. More land off the top, really? At 5, we can double drop if we have 3 islands in play, so these both have to be blue, which I don't like. I want to get the dragon out with red. So that, I just don't think we'll be double dropping the borrower. Let's see what else we can draw. This is Jeskai cycling. I'm worried about it, if I'm being honest. They've got the big old trophy, not as cool as the little trophy. Rael in play. Okay. Oh, absolutely. Let's thin our library. Take a red source here. And that way the lava guide can be a red source if we want as well. Now, I know we're only dropping one here, but it's so good. Skalds OP. Like, our next turn is going to be fire, straight up. We can play Clarion, Watcher, and Battlefield Raptor, right? 1, 2, 3. We'll need that one more land, which we do have. We'll lose the Triome, that means. But I think it's worth it. Meanwhile, we're pushing up our Skycat Sovereign. Skalds is so good. If you push out Skalds on turn 4, you're basically a god. Fox in play. Okay, Fox OP too, though, right? That's a heavy hitter. Luckily, we have the Borrower to reset it if it gets too big. Two mana, probably some cycling. They do get the draw here because it's the first time with Rael, so it's basically discard 1, draw 2, which is pretty cool. And of course, as more instants and sorceries go in the grave, Rael gets stronger. Right, Ellie. They could attack here if they wanted. I mean, could double block, but I won't. But I won't, brah. We're gonna take it on the chinny chin. Gulp. That's fine. They have 2 mana. What is that 2 mana? We seen they had to go for blood. That's a sorcery speed. They're on their end step, though. My turn. Yes. Spirit in play. Push up the Sovereign. This is a blue, so we're screwed. We have to pick one, and I think the Watcher's just strictly better. Let's just push up our 1 Skycat. We make 2 1/1 Flyers as well with the Clarion Spirit. So many good commons and uncommons in Kaldheim. It's ridiculous. Free-to-play game here is on point. I have so many decks I want to make once I hit Mythic. They're already made, actually. I'm just waiting to film them. I've been playing with them in the play queue. So all of the 1/1 Flyers really help the Skycat go up. And then, you know, since we're not playing this land, we may as well just play our Triome. We're only losing the Battlefield Raptor, which is sad, but it's okay. We are ready to hit for 6. That is most certain. Down to 9. Again, the Skalds is still in play for next turn when we start double casting, and we have, of course, our Petty Theft to bounce as well. Making 2 more 1/1 Flyers, putting more tokens on our Watcher, I believe, or our Skycat. They will need a Flare, but we do have Selfless Savior to protect our Skycat. So that Flare's going to need to hit us directly, and that kind of just keeps our board state safe and allows us to just bash them out, unless they've got back-to-back Flares. And it's really only hitting for 6, so they'd need, you know, a few of them back-to-back, right? So it just feels really comfortable. Really nice matchup here for us. And, you know, dropping the Showdown on turn 4 is like... woo! It's too much. We haven't seen Goldspan Dragon yet. I really want to get that into play. Our opponent has 5 available mana. They have a whopping 7 cards in hand. Wowzers. Let's see what they can do with it. Again, we do have the Selfless Savior. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to help support the channel. Become a YouTube member for exclusive content and VIP chat access. We're also on Twitch throughout the day, doing all of the deck building, deck testing, deck filming, deck editing, like video editing, thumbnail editing, and YouTube SEO as well. All of my work gets done live on Twitch from start to finish, which is pretty cool. You know, if you ever want to see what it's like to run a YouTube channel, I got you. Our opponent is trying to figure this out. I'm not sure there is an answer. We'll just block that because it's really suspect. And I don't care about the 2/1/1s, really. So damage is done. Sure. We still hit for a massive amount. Oh, they do have the flare on the choppers. Right? And that's why we needed to block that. Bunch of damage. Plot thickens, hey? So I need to keep up Lofty Denial. We're hitting for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 we could get up to. 14 we could get up to. Let's just hit for 7. Down to 9. We have lethal next turn. We have counter if we need. Alright, we'll block first with the spirits. Maybe they wiggle their way through this. I don't know. That flare was nice, and they need another. Only dealing 7 damage, though. I just don't think they can make it work. They've got 9 in grave. They have the mana to flare us. They've not played a land yet this turn. We have counter magic up. If they play anything over 1 mana, we can counter it because then we know it's not a flare. They just paid 3 life for that. Hot dog. That takes them up to 5. Flares for 4. Cycle a Fox for 1. Push up their own Fox. Now they have to flare if they have mana for it. No. No. Seen that coming from a mile away, bro. And now we have the blocks, and we also have lethal. Good game. Well, our opponent just ripped their monitor off the wall. Just kidding. Nice. 100% win rate continues 2 games in a row. Can we get that 3rd game and break into Mythic? Let's find out. Well, this hand looks super duper risky. We have a Triome, which helps it. This should probably be a Plains, and this is going to be our red source. Or these are both red sources, and how do we get the Watchers in? Let's see what we draw, because there's a lot of potential here. The Borrower's basically dead card, but this is the first time we've seen the Goldspan Dragon, you guys. And I want to play it. I want to play it. I think it's a great card. The hand surrounding it's a little bit awkward, but I do like reducing the cost of it. But it just requires us to have, you know, a white source, a blue source, and 2 red sources, which is like awkward without dual lands. Luckily, we've got 1 Triome. But I don't know. Like, we really need some more land off the top. That is it. Okay, watch her out. There's a million ways they could stop us. Disruption's one of them, yep. Okay. Uh-oh, little Temur. Little Temur cultivate. Little Temur cultivate. Alright, we're ready for the dragon. I hope. Maybe they could still have a stomp. And they're just like slamming into this Genesis ultimatum. I think we get it though. If they counter this, I'll cry. Another Walry's Disruption, I'm gonna lose my mind. It must be. If it was, they wouldn't think on it so much. Unless they're wondering if it's worth countering because they Genesis Ultimatum. And now we've just locked down our Lofty Denial. And we hit for 7, which is really, really good. Okay. But this finally feels better. They're about to Genesis Ultimatum on us, and we just unlocked Lofty Denial through the treasure via the Goldspan Dragon. That's why it's so good. I'm not countering anything else other than a Genesis Ultimatum or an Ugin at this point. If they target the dragon, we get yet another treasure. Oh my gosh. Ugh. That makes me sad. Can we pull another counterspell? I don't want to lose the dragon either. Pushing the Watcher up quite a bit here. We're hitting for 8. I could hit for 9. How important is it to keep that in hand? Or we just make the token. Grab a blue source. Oh, that's the, that's not this card. I think we keep this in hand. Right? We would only hit for 9. End our turn. If they have an Ugin or an ultimatum, this hurts a lot. Maybe we should have lost our dragon. It was too hard not to do. And they get Ugin, of course they do. Dang it! Maybe we can pull another off the top with haste. Do we kill Ugin here? Or do we kill them? We have to kill Again. Cry. I'm crying right now. You can't bounce your own creatures with Brazen Borrower, Killa. Oh, double Ugin. Genesis Ultimatum, Ugin. Okay. Yeah, sure, that's fair.
Do not ignore my draconic talents.
Sometimes you just don't get it. Sometimes you just don't get it. Right? Sometimes they do get it. Game. Ultimatum, Ugin, Shark Typhoon. It's like entering cheat codes on your controller. Down, down, up, over, B. Well, our opponent's going first here. We have a Triome, which is nice. And we have Skalds, which is really nice. If we can get to it. Playing against Yorion just really, really sucks, though. Right? I don't know. I mean, we don't really have any expensive flying spells, so we may as well hold on to our Watcher. Spirit in play. Maybe we pick up a land and can double drop. Again, we really need to get that land. Gulp. Okay. That's lovely. Even in an 80 card deck, Stomp is in the opening hand. Sky Cat number 1 in play. Sad. It's got frickin' Trample and Menace too. Oh, wrong card. Oh well. I don't know, man. We take so much damage here. Silly. Silly. On the draw. Kind of bricked. Opponent, again, got everything they needed to just rail us out. Ah! Okay, we're on the play. We've got 3 land. No spirit, but heck, we've got ourselves a dog. Do we want to play slow? Probably not. Would be a lot smarter, though, so we should do it. I want to play that Raptor. I want to get out on the offensive, but, you know, then when will we play the Savior? Triumph's nice. Would have loved it last turn. Passing. It's gonna be food, and they've got the wolf, and that sucks. We have to keep that indestructible. And we need to just, like, hit so hard. Okay, they take the turn off. They get a free 2-drop next turn. I'm going to thin my library now, because we're not using the mana regardless. We get 1 damage through here. I guess we could have attacked first with an open mana, and then maybe they would have left it, but doesn't matter much. And we have a Showdown of the Skalds on turn 4 while we're on the play. Thank you. This is the pattern we want to repeat. Repeat this pattern. It's not quite as good as Ultimatum Ugin Shark, but it's still pretty good. Old Growth Troll is pretty cool. It does a lot of damage. No reach, though, thankfully. Skalds go boom! And we get 2 Watchers, which is very nice. We have 2 attackers here. Taking 4 damage, unpleasant, and they get a free 4-drop, which is also really unpleasant. The Watchers are really nice, though. They just took the Scry, which is good, so no free play. And they're sitting on 5 available mana. They're attacking for 4 as a minimum. Oh no. Great Henge in play. Should we bounce it? It shuts down in Search for Greatness. Let's bounce the Troll. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I think we should bounce it. Or just try to go bigger than they do. We should actually maybe put it on our Raptor. We're all over for 8, down to 9. Skalds should just win us the game. They go back up to 11 because of the Henge. Search lets them scry to the bottom. They're looking for creatures to play on top of the Henge for more draw. Also looking for reach. Or flying. Green doesn't have a lot of flying, but it's there sometimes. Just look at the goose, baby. It feels good. 3 cards in hand. You know, they do need to play creatures to draw off of the Henge. We're sitting on a Borrower. Plus, we can play it as a flyer. And we have a draw. They're up to 7 mana here. Bourne collects for 6 of that mana. Nice. So it gets +2, and it has haste. Nice. We're getting hit for a bunch here. Nice. Only 1 mana, though, so we're going to be okay. Hitting us for 8, down to 8, no blocks. I would have hit for the full amount, but, you know, like, this thing doesn't have reach, so what's the point? We actually have to bounce this, though, is the thing. So we'll be hitting for 1, 2... Ah, heck, let's just go for it. YOLO, baby! YOLO! Right? 1, 2, 3, 6, 12. Yeah. Should be lethal, I believe. My math is often wrong, but -1 seems good to me. So it's really cool that even when you get yourself backed into a bad corner like that, you have flying. It's so easy to push your whole army up between the Watchers and the, I mean, the Skycats, the Watchers, and the Skalds. It all just, like, really coheres very, very well together. I think we could even work in our Sprite Dragon from our last video, and now, you know, there's super synergy here, but again, how many dual cast spells can we have? Because it's like white and blue, white and red, and that, right, it's like a little awkward without Shocklands, but you know, it's there. It's an idea, possibly a really nice historic deck too. We go first. We have 3 lands. We have Skalds. I really don't mind it. We need to play slow though. Pick up a plains out of this passage. Cryax with a Rune Crab. Wow. Nice, bro. Real mature, Bradley. Real mature. That's how it feels anyways. Needs to be a red source for Skull. That's our highest priority. I know we've got the counter and stuff. That's good, but it's all about this showdown. Rogues, rogues, rogues. Blood Chief's Thirst. That's nice. Good for them. Oh, we should have played our blue source. It doesn't appear that they're using Snowlands, so I'm not sure how great the God of Worthy is. We could play the Shield, I guess, but seems irrelevant. We're just getting milled out. Engaging gameplay, you know, the coolest. I want something to put the +1 counters on. They're waiting to play multiple crabs or what? Before they crack that other passage? They get a Skalds. That hurts. There could be counter magic here. There's not. Looking for the dragon, oddly enough. I guess Savior in play. This is going to help us dodge Heartless Act later when we get the counters on it. The Selfless Savior also helps us dodge, and we've got Vigilance in the air, which is pretty cool against rogues. They're not double dropping on us, so they can't get the kill. We do have more than 8 engraved, though, so that's something that we need to be aware of. There's one of the Thought Thieves that we were imagining. I don't know why they still just didn't interrupt the damage, right? They could have saved two of their life points, but who knows what goes on in the minds of rogue players. I'm just having fun, you guys. You're allowed to play whatever deck you want, as long as I'm allowed to make fun of it. More crab. Gulp. 4 land in play. You know, it shouldn't be anything too aggressive. Like, we have to block in case it's Zarazan, but we do have Indestructible in case they second Thought Thief for the kill. So it's not pleasant, but, you know, there is a way around it. We're just waiting on them. You know, they've got to do those calculations long form by hand. They got some paper out. 1 blue mana plus 1 black mana equals 3 available mana. Which is, okay, so that means we can cast our Heartless Act, and then I still have 1 available mana. Okay, right. Now I just need to double check my work. Oh, that sucks. Good game. This match is over. It's gonna be the toughest dog you ever seen. Yeah, we're gonna need to bounce that back, but I wanted to really empty out the Skalds so we're not losing card value. Who knows though? What's up with these next turns here? We have too many red lands in play. This should have been an island cry, and we could counter this turn. We'll try our best though. 3 cards in hand, 2 Into the Stories, and a Drown in the Lock. Oh, it's an Ashiok. Rogues weren't enough. They needed the control. So this is really good. I don't know if they know this, but they could minus on the token, and then we have to discard. They do not know this.
Fade into the shadow.
They can attack. We can mill. I like how they don't attack with the Vigilance. Right? You ever been gooned out by someone playing the deck? Maybe not the greatest. I think Watcher is our boy here, blue. So this feels good. They're tapped out, brah! Ashiko is dead. And now that's maybe why you shouldn't play Ashiok in the rogue deck, because it tapped them out. It used all of their mana, and was the value of resetting that to our hand, forcing the discard, worth 5 mana, and worth, you know, losing the ability to counter it. It's not even just about that 5 mana, it's about, look at the board state that I acquired now. So, 2 cards in hand. Both of those Into the Stories that we were talking about. Only 19 cards in our deck, going down to 16 here. Gulp. Oh, man. Yeah, keep getting all our good cards. Do they attack or do they play defensively? They push the agenda even further. Oh, another Skalds. Hot dog. No blocks. I do not care. What are these final cards in hand? Into the Story, Into the Story. Another Lull Mage. Are you freaking kidding me, Randy? It goes to... Oh no, because they have their own flyer. And that's not that card. And now their flyers are less to cast. So we can do 4 damage. Nah, we got indestructible. Let's go. Let's pull out some chump blockers. What's this last card? Does it have flash? Yes, it does. Another big mill, which makes me upset. But that's some stuff we can kill. Potentially. Right? Like, how they have to block a 2/2 with that, right? Let's protect our spirit. They don't have the right mana. Oh no, that's I keep getting the Watcher mixed up with the cat. So what did they draw? It all comes down to that. They can't attack. Another Enforcer, of course you do. What a freaking top deck and a half. And that's what we get. They're just gonna mill us out. Frick! We need an answer. We need an answer. Gives us our second blue, so I had to play it instead of cycling it. We're down to 8 cards. Like, they just mill us. Frickin' rogues. It's like the alternative win con is too strong. The mill is too strong. Even when you recover from it, it's just like, oh, I still milled you. Haha. Oh, we should have kept that, actually. Because then we could have double cast and made another flyer. It doesn't make that much difference, but I guess we should have left it there. Unless we just start going around them. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 damage in. And then we'll get 2 damage in. We'll get a total of 6 through. Are they just going to bring all their rogues back now? Maybe we can grab an Emeria's Call off the top. We would be getting, like I said, that 4 damage through. Take them down to 4. Next turn we get 2 in. Take them down to 2. Then we take them down to 1. We have to pick up a flyer at some point here. We're at 6 cards only. We need an Emeria's Call off the top. Wow, that's a nice counter. They get to top deck, though. You know, a single Fabled Passage wins the game for them. Man, I hate you. Oh, they milled our Emeria's Call off the top. Are you serious? It's just so silly. I don't care about rogues. It's actually just the crab I have a problem with, I've determined. Sad thing is, they top deck a land, they win. Top deck a rogue, they win. Where's that Sky Cat Sovereign when we need it to make all the cats? Alright, let's see how the match ends. This is a cool flip of the coin here. Yeah, a land. What a satisfying way to win the game. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. Going first. The land's all there, which is nice. Hold up our Lofty Denial next turn. Or we just passage and get our Reidane out early. Let's see what we draw, though, before we make that decision. Yeah, let's go for it. This is another rogue matchup. I'm gonna just, like, probably call it quits after this. Right, is that 3 matches out of 6? It's cool meta. It'd be funny to see how quickly they quit playing it when Rune Crab gets the ban Alan. You know what I mean? Just immediately, no more rogues. Because it's not a good deck without the crab. Just saying. Just saying. I don't really feel like... No, they can't kill us. It only has 1 attack. Maybe they just block it. It could be Dimir control. I shouldn't be too quick to judge. But I doubt it. But I doubt it. Oh, it actually might be. Oh no. Anti-cognition is a mill card. They're playing the big boy version. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Go 1 for 1 all day. Another anti-cognition. Hey, at least it wasn't a turn 1 crab. Right? At least it wasn't a turn 1 crab. We're like 12 cards ahead at this point. Think of all the extra time we'll have at the end of this match. There it is. I see you. Groundbreaking. You know, we're just playing into counter spells, so like, does it even matter? The round in the lock. Removal. Attack, attack, attack. A mill, mill, mill. Yeah, 3 counters in a row. Uno, dos, tres, and removal in the middle. Oh my gosh. Man. People are so sick. Freaking deadly, bro. I mean, but if people's main objective is just like, all I want to do is win, I want to be the best Magic the Gathering Arena player, that's my whole life goal, nothing else matters, I get it. Play rogues. And it's funny, so many of the rogue players went Tybalt's Trickery, and then when they realized that it wasn't converting good for them, they're just like, oh, I'll go back. So let's just hold up counter magic here, even though they're not going to play anything. I like to berate them with my sleepy emotes to let them know how much I disapprove of their position. So they can actually pay this. Because we don't have a flyer, right? Massive hit. I'm not even into it anymore. It's just like not worth my time. Let's see if we can find a third rogue matchup in a row, okay, you guys? All right, you guys, let's see if we got lucky enough to find a third rogue matchup in a row. We're on the play, so we do have an itsy bitsy witsy chance to survive. But don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. Here comes the... Oh, it's green. Wow. I actually appreciate that. I'm going to send you some love, bro. Good for you. Spirit in play. Where, oh where, is the Skalds, right? We need this as a red source so we can play Skalds when we draw it up here. Uno second. Serpent for 2 is upsetting. You know, the flying is like kind of gross. Or the reach, I should say. I guess we could pay for it. Worst case, right? I would trade with the Serpent. And I don't really care about the damage they do to us. That keeps them away from the henge. It's not Skalds. It's a second red source for our dragon, though. Down to 16. They're thinking about it. They've got the 4 mana. They wanted to henge. That's not happening. Lizard Brawl. Doesn't make much sense to me, but I'll take an indestructible blocker. They must have more removal they want to do onto the Spirit. Just stop the Serpent, I guess. It's not a great counter, but it is something. Pass our turn. Questing Beast sucks. No blocks. Dog in play. Raptor in play. Get a 1/1 flyer. We could double walk the Serpent with the 2 first strike, but we're just going to be dead to the Questing Beast, so we have to make a move. We need Petty Theft. We need Dragon. We need Reidane's Shield. We need not Garrick. Looking at a pretty bad streak here today for you guys. Sorry, Dany. I'm sorry. Look at these matches, though. What could we have done differently? There is not a single thing. We're just so dead anyways, though. They just deal 7 damage with the beast. Good game. Try another match here. Come on. We go first, keeping 7. I almost got into like an argument on Twitter. People complaining about the wildcard system drive me nuts. It's like, we need to be able to dust our wildcards because I've got too many commons and uncommons and not enough rares. I can assure you that you do not have a full collection of commons and uncommons. I spend a decent amount of change on the game, okay? Every single set for years. For the last 2 years, I don't have all of the commons and uncommons in all of the sets. Yeah, good luck on Jumpstart, bro. It just seems silly to me that people are like, I've got too many commons and uncommons. It's like, unless you are a drafter and you've drafted every set since the start of the game, you do not. Imagine being someone new to the game. You need those commons and uncommons. And to give people, you know, the opportunity to, you know, not progress down that path seems super silly to me. Right? Because if there was a system, then people would always just be focusing on upgrading, you know, their cards, and they'd never get the full collection, and it's about getting a full collection. It's about, like, it needs to be organic to the original experience. That's it for me, though. We've got some power in hand. If anyone can show me a 100% commons and uncommons completion within every single set, I'll buy you some more. How about that? Because you don't. LOL. So, this isn't great. Right? Like, this really sucks, in fact. This mono red deck again. Oh, this is the same guy in chat. I love having people in chat to play against. LOL. Oh, gosh. It is a good deck, though, right? And I don't even know if we would be able to beat it. Skycat in play. I think that's a necessity. Pushing the dog up seems kind of silly. But at the end of the day, what other choices do we have? No attacks. I think that'll be the second game in a row. They've turned 3 Gianted, turn 3 Calamity Beared us. It's just like, okay. At least it's not rogues, I guess. We're getting hammered today. I don't know what's going on. You know, I think that's a decent protect. And now we have a really good blocker here as well. They still get a bunch of damage in, right? We go down to 1. They could just stomp us, but we have to take the kill on that or we'll never get it. Gulp. We don't get any land either. do our best here. Make this a 5-5. Actually, it goes to 6-6 here. We have to put them on the clock. Right, if we give them more turns to draw Stomp or something, they'll just win. They could even, you know, Shock. There's so many different things. Quake Ringer does it at the beginning of your upkeep, so that's the next turn that they just win here. Unless we can go in the air harder than them. Which I don't think we can. Or can we? That's a lot of damage. Yeah, I think that's lethal. Wow. So out of nowhere, down to 1 life, we get the comeback. Very, very nice. I was going to start crying if we lost another match in a row, in all honesty. I got the blue shirt on. This is how big my tears were going to be. Just... Literally. Our opponent's playing first. This is like a mono white build. We might even... Oh no, that's both of these are Riverglide. Let's get the dog in play. Want to drop double raptors on them. Is it with Kaldheim sleeves? Nice. Giant City! Frostbite, okay, okay, okay. We gotta play our spirit. Pull out another removal spell. The dog was supposed to protect it. LOL. Ouchies. Why are you doing this to us? Is there more removal in that frickin' hand? I bet there is. We'll cycle this Triome, I think. The Riverglide is a red source for the Goldspan if we get there. More land. That's lovely. We make cats because we want to double cast on things if we do get the another spirit, so kind of keeping some cards in hand. Down to 16 doesn't feel good. Removal. Alright, we got 2 Borrowers. We need to just make the call and go blue over red. Watch us immediately pull the dragon. The dragon's nice because it can use the mana regeneration to cast the blue later, so we don't get it. Now that we can deal with. Cycling Triomes away seems awkward as all heck, but what else are we going to do? Down to 11. They've got a bunch of cards foretold away. Skalds in play. Is there counter magic? Counter magic and removal? Yeah, 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 yeah! No. Okay, get the draw. That's nice. There's some land in there as well. Another Raptor. and a Savior. I'm afraid of a field wipe, and we're probably just walking into one, but best of one, you gotta just go for it. Just go for it, Randy. They counter this. No, they take the draw. So that's another Behold the Multiverse, I bet. No counter. We have Indestructible in play on one of the Raptors, which is basically irrelevant, but we're going to try to do our best about it. Well, that's that, I guess. Down to 8. Do we get field wiped here? Yeah. You know, we've seen that coming from a mile away. Should have held up removal instead. Or the disruption. Sometimes you gotta go for it, right? They did probably draw into it as well, which is good for them. We should have just flashed that in. It doesn't matter. We're not casting anything on top of it because the emblem goes away during their turn. Making sloppy plays now because I'm sad and... Down to 8. Definitely should have had this in hand. They could be playing the... This is a dragon, right? Maya's in studio. What's up, Maya? They cast another? They just bounce it with their own borrower. I see. Looking for more Skalds. That's our turn. Let's remember, they are down to 8. The draw they have is really nice. I hope we get a draw. Let's try to get the flyer out. They could flash their own in for a block. But we can bounce theirs. All right, we have this other borrower sitting pretty. Let's see how this turns out for us. It looks scary, I'll tell you that much. Maybe they bounce our borrower, though. Right, we just get into a borrower wars. The great borrower wars of 2020. This can't attack. Well, it can, actually. It needs to, now that I think of it. If it doesn't, we win. Oh, never mind. Gulp. Now it should definitely attack. Because we can't double block it. Yeah, the dragon's gonna win them the game for sure. Goldspan Dragon's amazing. Of course, they only have 2 mana, so they're still taking 3 damage here. Maybe we pick up our own Goldspan off the top. Oh, just straight up counter, not the Borrower. Ouch. Maybe we top deck our own dragon. Nice! A game of bouncy bounce and dragons. All right, we're almost back where we started today. Nice. 50% win rate. All right, the deck is banging. We had some really, really bad luck with those matchups, those draws. Rogue players, why you do this? I get it. It's a good deck. I shouldn't be salty, but it's burned into my cortex. Like as soon as I see it, it's just like, oh, right? I just start like gagging. With that out of the way, you know, I mentioned I had some once in a lifetime news. Well, I guess it could be more than once in a lifetime. I would only do it once though. Jaboy got an email last night for Starlink. Finally. So I ordered it immediately, went right onto the credit card. Thanks to you, the viewer, the financial supporter, Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, Amazon. Again, if you're a daily viewer, you're smashing that like button. This is my sincere thank you to you, because I wouldn't be forking out $800 on an internet box if it weren't for you guys. So I'm really grateful that I'm able to do that. And I'm really excited to try it out. I hope it works good. I can download things again. And maybe the upload's good too for the stream. The avenues that this opens up for me, you guys. Oh my lord. Elon, Elon, Elon. Right? If we're taking just like whoever we want as the president of the states, I'd like to humbly submit Elon Musk for providing me with internet. That's more than Trump Tower ever did for this guy, you know what I mean? All politics aside, you know, I'm so excited. Oh my god, you guys. Maybe I'm getting my hopes up. Maybe it's not gonna be good. But, you know, my upload on Twitch right now is 740, 600, 158, 500 kilobytes a second. That's my upload rate, is 500 kilobytes a second. Gulp. Right? So if we could get that up a little bit, get it to a megabyte, get it to 2 megabytes upload speed for my stream, you guys will actually be able to see what's going on. And then I'll be able to upload my content onto YouTube from home. I'm driving 30 minutes a day each way. So it's like an hour plus 30 minutes to an hour sitting in my vehicle in my friend's driveway because COVID, just to upload these videos every single day, which is psycho. I know the commitment I have is ridiculous, but it's to support you guys for supporting me. So I'm really excited. I got in 2 accidents. That was expensive. All the driving, right? You know, bad roads plus lots of wildlife. And so it should cut down on time. I'll have more free time to do stuff. I'll have more money from gas and vehicle expenses. And, you know, I think that'll just really help everything. So, you know, big smiles on this guy today. It says it could be like 4 to 6 weeks, which is sad. But, you know, the email went out and I processed it like right as soon as it came into my inbox. So, you know, hopefully we're quick up on the list. And yeah, so I'm excited. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends. Let me know what you thought of the deck. Big shout out to Dany. Check out his channel. And yeah, take care. And we'll see you within the next video in just a few seconds. Take care.